For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys a first impressions on the brand new Love Fest eyeshadow palette by Huda. So this right here retails for $29. I did pick mine up from Sephora. In addition to this, Kayali, which is the sister brand, released the Love Fest Burning Cherry Fragrance Perfume. So I did pick up the small size. This right here is just the 0.34 fluid ounce size. There are 3 sizes on Sephora's site. Of course, I'll have all of this linked down below in the description box. So the biggest size is a 3.4 fluid ounces for 118 bucks. Then we have the 1.7 fluid ounce for 85. And then this right here is the well, it says 33, 34-ish size, which is $23. I was quite surprised to see that this is actually a different bottle compared to the original regular design she typically does for this size, because I do have smaller ones of other perfumes that she has, and she definitely changed packaging for the little ones. So just keep that in mind. This is in the warm and spicy fragrance family. It also has notes of black cherry, rose, and Palo Santo. And then the scent type is warm and sweet gourmand. So the first thing I smell is cherry soda in a way. Like, it does have a very cherry-ish scent. I did already spray it on my hands, and I feel like initially when you spray it, it's a bit strong, I would say. So you really don't need a lot of this, since it's also a perfume, not a toilette. And once it kind of sits in, I feel like I start liking the smell more and more. Mikey,
yeah,
could you tell me if you like this?
Smells like tequila.
Because you just did it right away. It's alcohol. Rate it.
5 out of 5.
No, out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Really?
No, like 6 out of 10.
Tell me for real. What do you think?
6 out of 10.
You're not into it? No? Mikey's not into it. I think it's okay. Not my ultimate favorite. Definitely a scent I would say to go in store and smell. I don't know if it's gonna be every single person's cup of tea, because it has such a unique scent to it, and upon first sniff, it's kind of like, for me, it was like, okay, I hear you, but then it kind of could grow on you. So initially smelling this, I was like, okay, whoa, but then once it's had on my skin, I'm like, okay, not too bad. It would probably be a great layering perfume too. So there's that. All right, let's get started with the Love Fest palette. Again, it says $29 available at Sephora. She also has 2 Love Fest cream blushes available for $39 each. One of the shades is called Berry Red, and then the other one is Orange Coral. So here is what this baby looks like. I was actually really happy to see that this launched. It did definitely grasp my attention. I love the color story. I feel like you could do a lot with this, because you have your warm corally / brown tone shades, and then really pretty metallic shades as well. Plus you can have a swirly shade here too, which is more of a duochrome type of color, which I think is stunning. So I don't own an absolute ton of the Huda Beauty palettes. These are the only 3 that I own, and I will tell you guys that time after time I do end up decluttering a bunch of her palettes, especially these little ones. Well, mainly these 9-pan palettes, because I just find that the quality is very it's lacking basically. But the few palettes that I do have are the Nude Rich palette, which is actually one of my favorites from her little ones. I also have the Wild Python palette, which I kind of love the contrast of both colors, not both really, but the few colors we have in here, the greens, the blues. And then I have the Nude Medium palette as well. So I definitely feel like these, compared to the Love Fest, it is pretty different, but I know that she has just a lot of other palettes that somewhat look the same. Anyways, let's get started with the look. I am sweating because the AC is off. It makes way too much noise. Here is what we are working with. The palette includes 6 mattes, 2 heavier metallic type of shades, and then this one here is a softer metallic / satin finish. The first shade I'm going to go in with is this one. It's a light peach. I'm going to use it on a Refer 01. I'm going to set my whole entire lid with this. Buses are passing. And then put it in the crease as well. The next shade I'm going to go in with is this one. It's more of a burnt orange. I feel like these 2 are fairly similar, so it would have been nice to have maybe something else included that would be significantly different. It is picking up really nicely on the brush, and with this I'm going to do the same thing but blow it out. I just noticed that a lot of times with the Huda little palettes, she does include at least 2 shades that look ultra similar on the eye. And it just would be nice to have, like I just said before, to have other shades that are significantly different, so you have more of an opportunity to create, different looks. On the same Rephr brush, I'm gonna go in with the deeper brown over here. It's a little bit more cooler, I wanna say, compared to this. I know, it's literally 100 degrees today. I did actually pick up this collection in store, the one on Court Street in Brooklyn. I'm gonna take a little bit more of this shade and then just blend out the edges so I have a little bit more of an orange transition. For the lids, I'm gonna go in with this shade for my right eye and then this shade for my left eye. This over here, wow, this is so pretty. I love this color. It actually almost has a little bit of like a shift to it, so I wanna say it's a duochrome with like a bronzy tone shade and a purple. I'm actually very impressed because the shades seem to blend out really nicely, and even like the metallics, they're very smooth. Like they don't feel ultra thick like typically like her typical metallics feel. I'm gonna go back in with the brush and like that orange shade to blend out the edges. For this eye, this shade. Again with this orange shade to blend out the edges. For the lower lash line, I'm gonna go in with this one, the brown one, and then blend it out with this. And this I'm using on a Morphe E43 brush. I feel like I was saying something before, then the noise outside was distracting me. Just gonna slightly blend it out a little bit, but I'm gonna apply some mascara, liner, and lashes, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so here is the final look. I will, of course, have everything that I'm wearing linked down below in the description box, but for lips, quickly, I'm wearing the Play Tint by Benefit. It's a it's a lip and cheek tint. And then I also put on the Hangover RX Balm Gloss Situation Lip Treatment in Watermelon Kiss. I've been loving these, and honestly, I haven't really been wearing much lipsticks because this just is just so beyond comfortable, so it's like, why bother, really? I will say I am really, really impressed with this one. Kind of like blew my socks off my feet. Again, I really appreciate the color story. I did go ahead and use this shade and this shade, one for each eye, just because with the shades I use in the crease, those would typically be the shades I would use there anyway, so it would be two different looks that I would typically do. So I'm happy that I was able to play around with a decent amount of the shadows here. I want to say I used at least 6 or 7. Overall, I will say I am shocked with this one. It's definitely like a step above compared to her other palettes. And this right here is one of my favorite 9-pan palettes by Huda, the Huda Rich palette. I have to say it might even be better than this. So just saying, I think it's fantastic. If you were contemplating on any 9-pan palette, but you kept hearing mixed reviews, I think that this one is definitely so much better. It's possible she switched the formula, maybe, maybe not, but I know that this just performs so much nicer than a few other ones that I've tried and I've decluttered. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted in a speed reviews type of video and let you know if it's a palette I use a lot, if I enjoy it, if it's one that I feel like is an essential in my collection. But so far, wow, is basically all I'm gonna say. And when it comes to the perfume, I would definitely recommend smelling it in store if you're able to, just so you know, like, hey, I wanna see if I love it, or, you know, I don't wanna spend my money if I'm not really that into it. So that's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to your comments, and I'll see you all in my next one.